there everybody, this is Piper here, and welcome to another RomeTotal War battle. This is a battle replay. I played this battle a few nights ago. It was on Game Ranger, and it's a 3 versus 3 battle. Rules were 15k per player and CWB. So I'm playing as myself, CWH Piper, playing as Carthage today, playing with my fellow CWH member Altaf. He's playing as Rome. And we also have SkiFoTavRuS on our side. He's playing as Scythia. So I've actually played with SkiFoTavRuS on numerous times in the past. He's actually a really good player. And I actually spoke to him one night, and he's been playing the game a long time, and he's actually an ex-clan member. And I think his clan actually disbanded a couple of years ago, and he's just playing as a solo player, but we all know he's a great player, so he quite often plays in the clan battles with us, because we know he's really good, and quite often he'll take the lead and tell the team the strategies, because a lot of times he's right and he makes really good decisions. So we're playing with our enemy side today is GREEK-DIOMIDIS, GREEK-DIOMIDIS III, and Titans Hades. Now these three players, they're very well known 31k players. The Greek clan are, I've said it many times in the past, I personally think they're the best pike players in the game. Cleomenes and Diomedes are very skilled using pikes, and they're the best 31k players using pikes that I've ever seen. They're just really good, they know exactly what they're doing. Another player that plays a lot of 31k, Hades. He's another really good pike player. He's playing, this is actually one of his first matches actually. He tends to play more on Steam, but I've been told that there's not many Steam games happening nowadays, and a lot of the Steam players are moving over to Game Ranger. So this is one of his first battles on Game Ranger, but he's a really good player. I've played with him many times on Steam in the past. So we'll go through some of the armies. I've gone with a pike army. I've gone with 6 Sacred Band, and these guys are gold, and 3 Pueni infantry, gold. 6 slingers, I think they're gold, and 4 round shield, and they're gold. SkiFoTavRuS has skirmish army. I think he had 6 chosen warlord, or 6 chosen archers, and they were gold attack. He had 6 headhunting maidens, gold, some dogs, and he had some Scythian horse archers, 2 of them. Altaf had more of a urban army, more of an infantry army. He had 5 urbans, no upgrades, 2 archer auxilia, gold attack, and he would have had 6 archers on top of that, gold. 5 cavalry, gold, and some peasants on the left side. Macedon, played by Greek Cleomenes III. He had 6 royal pikemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They were gold, and he had the 4 levy pike. 5 upgrades, 2 on that side, 2 on that side. Probably 6 archers gold, and 2 Cretans, I'd imagine. Greece had 6 armoured hoplite, gold, 4 regular archers, and 4 Cretans. And he had 6 militia cav, and they are 6 upgrades on each of those. Hades went for less pike, because he knows his allies will have a lot of pike. And he has basically 4 pike gold, 6 archers gold, 2 Cretan gold attack, 2 chariot archers. I think he had 5 scythe chariots, and 1 Pontic heavy cavalry. So we've got the left side happening here. Altaf has gone in with his urbans. He's getting some good damage against the Macedonian pikemen who are in loose formation, but Greek-Diomides is actually backing Cleomenes up. He's got his 6 armoured hoplite in loose formation. They're getting a lot of kills against the urbans. I said before, I think the Greek clan are some of the best players using pikes. They seem to know exactly what they're doing, and they make really good decisions, and they tend to always come out on top with the pike in infantry battles. Some about Diomedes. I know Cleomenes plays a lot of 31k, but Diomedes is actually very skilled in CWB. He plays a lot of clan battles, and he's played in a lot of competitions as well, and he's done very well. He did really well in the Cup of Nations tournament. I think he came either first or second. He did really well in that competition. So not only does Diomedes play 31k, he also plays a lot of CWB. So right here we've got some of Cleomenes' Royal Pikemen on the left side, and the armoured hoplites are there. So I'm going to rush forward my Sacred Band and take advantage of that and try and get some kills against the Royal Pikemen, because they're in loose formation, which means they're very weak against my pike. And you can see here he's actually lost 2 units of Royal Pikemen. And 1 versus 1, if the Sacred Band go gold versus Royal Pikemen go gold, the gold Sacred Pike will actually beat the Royal Pike. So if the Royal Pike are in loose formation as well, it also means that they're at disadvantage. So we've got SkiFoTavRuS on the left hand side, get some good kills against some of the Macedonian archers. We've got Altaf doing a great job with his cavalry as well. I'm rushing forward my pike to try and get some kills against the Royal Pikemen and the Pontic bronze shields. And what's actually happened there is it's actually left the Pontic archers quite vulnerable. So I'm chasing forward my light cavalry in to chase down the Pontic archers. I'm getting some good kills in centre here with my gold Sacred Band. However, Diomedes is actually regrouped. He's brought over his pike to help out Hades, and Hades has actually brought over a unit of chariots as well to help out the pikes. My Pueni infantry is actually attacking the bronze shields, and these guys I think they're in loose formation. And right through all this, SkiFoTavRuS is doing a great job mopping up the archers and basically trying to get some kills against the sides of the pikes. They've got a mass engagement in the centre here between myself and Diomedes. Diomedes is much better at using pike than I am. I know a lot of tips and tricks using pikes, but I always learn new things playing the Greek clan. They're using the strategy of 3 pike on this side, 1 pike on that side, and Diomedes is attacking from my rear. So they're trying to box me in, attacking from multiple angles, and that's actually a really good strategy. If you just click on the descriptions here, it says my pikemen are. It says now defeat is almost certain, fighting to the death, but they were winning before. And that's just the teamwork. Diomedes and Cleomenes, they're really working really well together, and I've actually done a mass rout against my Sacred Band. Because 1 versus 1 for the price, the Sacred Band are really good for the money. So they've done some damage to the pike. We've kept them occupied. Altaf getting some shots in at the back of the pike. My slingers are shooting the backs of the pikes as well. I still do have 3 units of Pueni infantry, or Pueni phalanx, and there's a lot of Greek archers left, some Pontic archers as well. Right through all this, SkiFoTavRuS is having to manage the Greek militia cav. He's trying to chase them down. The maidens have the same speed as the militia cav, but the militia cav get that javelin attack ability, so the militia cav can actually run away, throw javelin at the Scythian headhunting maidens, which means they're quite powerful versus those units. SkiFoTavRuS does have the 2 units of dogs, and he chooses to put both dogs against that unit of militia cavalry. We're going to use all our archers to try and get some kills against the pike. SkiFoTavRuS has a unit of dogs actually attacking the Cretans, and that's actually a really good move because dogs are quite expensive, and you really want to get the dogs attacking important units or units that are very expensive. Because dogs are usually about 550 to 600 each, so you want the unit to be over that price to get your money's worth. So you can see here the dogs are really hampering the Cretans. The Greek players are trying to sort of reform, trying to get some kind of structure to the battle. You can see here SkiFoTavRuS doing a great job mopping up the cavalry, trying to get some kills against the archers. And you can see here the dogs are chasing down the militia cav. So basically those militia cav are actually exhausted and they're going to rout. They won't come back from that because the dogs are... That amount of dogs is just way too powerful. SkiFoTavRuS might be better to put one unit against that militia cav, one unit of dogs to attack that cav, and one unit to maybe attack another cav. But obviously he wants to make sure they rout off the field, so they won't come back. They won't come back from that no matter what. So right here we have in the centre all those pikes. Altaf has switched to flaming arrows, and this is the Greeks' chance to try and chase down some of these archers. You can see here these archers are exhausted and they weren't even attacked, but it's the fact that you had the armoured hoplites coming in, the attack from behind, and the flames coming in. When archers are exhausted, or any units are exhausted, they have... I don't know how the exact maths work, but it takes a lot less to rout them. So either their morale's less, or their morale falls faster, but they're really easy to rout. So the armoured hoplites are going to push forward. They actually catch one of my units of 20 infantry. I have 2 spaced out on this side, and that's basically to defend against the militia cav. My slingers are only tired, they're not exhausted. They haven't done as much firing as the Roman archers, but SkiFoTavRuS has a lot of headhunting maidens left. They're exhausted, but they're still really powerful. So we're going to pull back here. We're going to pull back our slingers. And right now we have the maidens attacking the Cretans. And the maidens will actually beat the chariot archers as well, because the archers are tired. If the archers were fresh, the chariot archers, they probably could have beaten the maidens, but they're exhausted and they're very weak. So we're going to fall back our pike, we're going to fall back our slingers and try and get some shots in against the raw pikemen. The still unit of Scythe chariots. So what actually happened there was Scythe chariots came in quite late. They should have really been in to attack those maidens earlier. And what might happen was Hades might have switched from loose formation to tight formation. And what actually happens is there's actually a glitch in the game where if your units are too close to the enemy and you switch from loose to tight, your units will actually momentarily stop. Which means that if you're chasing down like enemy archers, if you're too close, it's better to stay in loose formation and keep on chasing them, as opposed to switch to loose, as opposed to switch to tight, which means you're doing more damage, because you can temporarily stop and that'll give the archers the chance to get away. So we're going to charge in the point infantry and attack the backs of the Macedonian pike. And you can see here the Macedonian general actually died here, which has meant that the rest of the pike actually routed. We only have these pike units left, and they've routed really fast because SkiFoTavRuS kept a unit of archers in there. And something that I meant to say in the previous battle when it was against the player called Soul, if you bring elite archers, they have the range advantage. They're more expensive than regular, but they're a lot better in melee. And at the end of the battle, you can use chosen archers or any elite archers in hand-to-hand combat. So players can box up with pike, but if you have a lot of archers left, archers are very useful in melee as well. So these guys would be useful against the pike if Greek box up at the end. But it's unlikely they'll box up because we have a lot of our slingers left. Hades still does he has a unit of Scythe chariots, but they're getting flamed by the chosen archers. But they've actually been able to catch the 3 units of slingers there. Just the morale effect, the slingers are tired, they're getting chased down, and they're afraid of the chariots as well. But you can see here, SkiFoTavRuS doing a great job. During all that, he was actually microing in other parts of the battle, parts that I wasn't actually commentating on, and he mopped up a lot of the archers. And he also was actually able to flame that last unit of Scythe chariots. So that was really well played to SkiFoTavRuS, and we're going to withdraw the chariots there. So you can see here we have a lot of archers left, a lot of slingers. These slingers will come back. So it's basically game over now. There's not really much hope for Diomedes to win this. There's only 3 units left of armoured hoplite. But I think they actually admit defeat round about now, because if you look at the top right hand part of the screen, it's about 108, and the battle only lasts for like, I think it's like 1,101,000, something like that. We're quite close to the end. But anyway, that was a great battle. You've got Diomedes still chasing down some of the slingers. He has 3 units of light cav, and that's Diomedes just admitted defeat. That was a really good battle. It's really good to see players like the 2 Greek players and Titan Hades. They're very well known in Steam, but Hades hasn't really played Game Ranger before, and hopefully this might be the start of a lot of the Steam players coming over to Game Ranger and seeing how good the connection is and how easy 4 versus 4 battles can be set up. But that was a great battle. That was an average victory for us. Greek players played really well, and I thought Titan Hades, probably a little bit inexperienced with CWB. He's played CWB a lot in the past, but I know that he's more of a 31k player. But he did play really well in this battle, and I thought that he played well with the Cleomenes players, the Greek players rather. He doesn't have that many kills in comparison to Diomedes, but you have to remember that Hades didn't have any light cavalry, and actually was able to kill a lot of his archers at the start. So that explains why he doesn't have a lot of kills. But I thought he did really well with the pike. He helped Diomedes kill my Sacred Band at the start, and he did well using the chariot archers. I had a lot of kills in that battle. I had 797 kills. Altaf had 620 kills. SkiFoTavRuS 721 kills. Hades 291. Cleomenes had 470, and Diomedes had 780. So again, it's not down to kills. It's interesting to look at the number of kills, but 3 versus 3 or 4 versus 4, they're team battles, and everyone plays a part in that battle, and it's not down to kills. It's about playing as part of a team. So that was the average victory. Hopefully we can play more battles on Game Ranger with. I noticed that the player Thor and Odin, they're from the TNG clan. They're mainly Steam players. They've actually came over to Game Ranger as well. As I said before, you don't have to quit Steam and keep on playing only play Game Ranger. Download Game Ranger, it's free. Try it out, see what you think. If you don't like it, ditch it. If you do like it, have that option on your computer to play Game Ranger as well. So yeah, that's the end of the battle. Please make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. This is Piper signing off.